This month on FEI Equestrian World, Swedish jumper Malin Barriard Jonsson talks about balancing her lifestyle as a rider with being a mother and a celebrity. And we meet the rider hoping to be China's first equestrian Olympian.
But first, we look ahead to the Rolex FEI World Cup Finals 2007 in Las Vegas. He's an extremely talented teenager who could end up making history. Alex Hua Qian is aiming to become the first Chinese rider ever to compete at the Olympics.
A few years ago, I'd never thought I'd be here, but with the Fredericks' help, obviously. I've been riding with them for a while, and it's always been in the back of our minds that I could go for this option and take it and maybe go to the Olympics, but it's only been this past year that it's been a reality, really.
Alex is currently studying for his A-levels in the UK. But with plans to go to Hong Kong in 2008, spare weekends and holidays are spent training with Lucinda and Clayton Fredericks.
I'd love to go, and it would be a great experience. Because it's away from the actual Olympics, it will be less pressure, less expectations. I'm not going there to win medals. No one's expecting me to do that, I don't think, but I can go there for the experience, hopefully get riding into the Chinese sort of viewpoint.
And he's been trained by the best. Clayton Fredericks won individual silver and team bronze for Australia at the FEI World Equestrian Games last summer. Lucinda won the Land Rover Burghley Horse Trials 2006.
This year they've sort of taken everyone's breath away. They've done so well, and I think that's pretty amazing. And especially Clayton, because he's had a bit of bad luck with a few of his horses, and also Cinder as well. She's had to sell on some pretty good horses. So I think they're pretty much my idols.
And this couple have had an interest in Alex from a very early age.
Alex came when he was
10.
10.
He was 10 years old, and he was tiny. He was the horses. We used to put him on the horses and be amazed how natural and talented he was. And if we did like a jumping session, the horses would just go airborne.
We whacked him on a thoroughbred at one of our local indoor shows, and he sort of almost stopped the arena while this tiny little kid, careered around on this thoroughbred and really had it in control. It was amazing to see.
Since then, Alex has grown in both height and ability. He and his horse Monkey happily clear fences big enough to grace international jumping competitions.
He's just a character, and I love him. I mean, I'd never sell him on or do anything with him. He's like the family pet, pretty much. Whereas Buddy, I mean, he's quite new, and although he's the sweetest horse and I love him, he's not quite in the same sort of relationship as Monkey is. But I mean, I love him anyway.
But neither of Alex's horses is being considered for his Olympic bid. Both are nearing the end of their careers, and Alex still needs to qualify to compete. But that's not expected to be a problem.
I think a lot depends on what horses he can muster, really. I think he's got all the talent. He just needs good horses underneath him, as do we all. Without the horses, we can't get there and make it. So, I mean, he's got the qualifications to hoops to jump through, but I think it all rests whether we can get him, the right horses.
With national pride at stake, Alex is hoping to raise the profile of the sport in China. But the weight of expectation is unlikely to get to him.
Well, he's pretty laid-back character, actually. So, in a lot of ways, that's good when it comes to the horses, because he's never been one to jazz the horses up or get them excited.
Release him.
At a competition, he just never gets nervous. I've never really met anyone who's so sort of relaxed about it.
Sometimes too relaxed, isn't he?
Yeah.
To just get him on the job on time. We've learned now to make sure that he's ready half an hour before he actually has to be ready, and no one's to tell him that. And then he's just about, about there.
Once you're on the horse, there's not much time to think about anything. When you're driving to a competition, you might have a few butterflies. And trotting around, if the judge takes ages to ring the bell, always makes you feel a bit more nervous. But I mean, you don't normally have time to be nervous, really.
He's already been the subject of television documentaries in China, but Alex has little interest in his growing celebrity status.
My mum's been quite clever and kept, because I live in England, she's sort of kept that side purposely away from me. So, I mean, I get to see what's been on TV and what's been in the newspapers. So there's less pressure on me this way, I think, which is good.
And with the backing of two of the world's best, Alex Huatian is surely an exciting prospect for the future of the sport.
Nothing phases him, nothing frightens him. He's patient, and he's got great balance. He's got the figure for it. So that's why we've always been keen to help him. You know, he's got all the good things for a good rider.